Okay, so I've had an interesting. I'm going to do the current Vedic placements, but I've had an interesting couple of days because my stalker is still here. So I cussed her out while she was getting a tattoo. I told her to fuck off, and that she has a bad case of projection. If you want to change your gender and your name and your identity, and then tell me I'm wearing a mask because I'm reflecting back at you all of your trauma and your pain, you can fuck off. Don't try to gaslight me out of my boundaries when you are a therapist. To do that to somebody is one of the most disgusting abuses of power that you could do. Spiritual rape is what that is. So come away from me. End of. So that is that. And then today I was in a cafe and this girl was fucking hitting a dog really, really hard. And I cussed her out as well and told her man that she needs to get a new woman. Because actually he was a local guy with this gringo white lady. And I was like, she's just controlling you, man. She's insane, and the way she treats that dog is the way she's going to treat you because she wants somebody that she can walk around on a lead, man. Wait. This bleeds into where the moon is currently. Okay, so in the Vedic astrology, we're going to get there. Moon is in Capricorn at the moment. Now, this is in Vedic astrology, not in Western. The full moon was in Sagittarius. We've now gone into Capricorn. It wasn't in Capricorn like Western astrologists will say. Right? If you use a telescope and look up at the fucking sky, right, where Western astrology says the moon is not where it is. So, science, people. I'm not going into the science of astrology, but there is one. I will do a separate video on that on a different day. I'm just going to tell you where the placements are. So the next full moon will be in Capricorn, but currently the moon is in Capricorn. The moon moves, every 2 to 3 days. It might even be earlier than that. I need to fact check myself. So, yes, the moon is currently in Capricorn. So, what this means is, the moon is connected to the feminine energy. It's connected to women because women cycle up to the moon to mansplain, if you didn't know that. But, which is why it's insane that people think that the planets are not influencing us because the moon controls the seas. It is influencing women's cycles and the natural rhythm of the earth. Of course, the other planetary bodies are going to be doing that. They're fucking huge. So yeah. Now, why we have certain characteristics attributed to certain planets, that's a story time for a different day. I will go into it and I will make sure that my facts are facting. Anyway. Capricorn energy is, responsible. It's authoritarian. It's father figure energy. Its lord is Saturn, which is also connected to stability, security, money, work, career, power, but energy that is secure and more attributed to the masculine energy. Now, because the moon is in Capricorn, it means, and it's there now, and we will be having a completion in the space of Capricorn, by next month on the full moon. It's a very good time for women to heal their issues with men and their father figures. It's also a good time to get down to work and get shit did. Okay, but that's what's going on with that. Now, I'm gonna look at the sun, where the sun is, and where Gemini is, where Jupiter is. They're both in Gemini. So the sun is our crown, it blesses the whole of our system. Jupiter is connected to the sacral chakra. Now, the way I look at astrology, I include the chakra system. We have the sun. We then have the moon, our intuition and our vision, our psychic energy, within the darkness. What do we see going within womb space, feminine energy? As we are moving further away from the sun, we have Mercury, the smallest planet, our throat chakra, our communication, expression, and then Venus, our love, our relationships, our heart. We then have Mars, fiery ball, but the coldest planet is our seat of boundaries. Jupiter, the largest planet, is connected to our sacral. How do we expand? We expand through relationships, and Jupiter is the largest planet. It's all about expansion. Saturn, our root, stability, security, base. As we move further from the sun, these things move slower. So the lower energetic centers are connected to things that are heavier and denser. The higher ones, things that move quicker. You know, so like emotion, word, thought. But Jupiter, so sacral chakra, expansion, how we relate and connect to people, and the Sun is in Gemini. Very, very, very social, very community orientated, can connect to lots of different people. It's a very good time to do that. Okay. Now Saturn is in Pisces, so on in our base root, having compassion and grace for ourselves, our process, where we are at, how we're moving, how we're unfolding, how we experience safety, stability, and security. Deep compassion, empathy for those spaces. Mars, our drive, is in Leo, so very, very fiery, strong leadership, taking action. Yeah, lots of drive there with that Mars in Leo. You know what's really interesting? Hold on. No, that makes sense. The Leo is ruled by the sun. I was just thinking, why isn't Leo ruled by Mars? But you know, that makes sense. The sun is fire, 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 fire. And you just got to look at lions, haven't you? But yeah, Mars is Scorpio and Aries, which ooh, that's also there's a fire there. It's very strong. God of War, and we have Aries. Boom, packs a massive fucking punch, and Scorpio that is also medicine energy that can sting. So it makes sense. Anyway, the what was I going to say? Yeah, astrology was never something that I followed too much. And then when my friend introduced me to Vedic astrology, I geeked out on it and took in a lot of information very fucking quickly. And it just made sense. And I think I had a natural resistance to it because the Western system was wrong. So it wasn't aligned. The moment that the Vedic stuff came in, bang, it just all started clicking into place. So I read like a Western astrologer, but I read with the Vedic placements and I integrate the chakra systems. So you can, I do video calls with people for their charts. If you want one of those, you can have one. Anyway, let's go back to this. Got distracted. So the Leo, drive, lion, take charge. Venus is in Taurus, so our love relationship is holding strong and true and fixed to what is in your heart. Stay fixed, motherfuckers. Don't move. Tauruses don't move for no body. It is the bull. They ain't going anywhere. They are bang. They like material, physical, earthly based shit. So yeah, stick to your heart. Once again, with how you relate with community, strong drive, deep, unconditional love and understanding. Mercury's in Cancer, very sensitive, empathy, and there's also the motherly energy in home. So be sensitive with one words, but it could be a bit snipey as well, which is the experience I've had. I haven't, interestingly, when I've cussed people to fuck out in the last few days, if you're watching, fuck you, yeah. It's been very strong, very fiery, but snip. Like snip it right in the bud very quick. Not big, long argument. It's just been this, bam. Which, is a bit Cancer snipey. So yeah. So that's that. Don't come for me. Well, you can if you want, but it will end very badly for you. As my stalker found out, she'll let you know. She, not they, them. You ain't a they, them. let's get it right and true. Be who you are. Don't be hiding from yourself. You are hiding from yourself. And you're very intelligent and very clever, or you're meant to be, but you're working in a field where you are masking. You're hiding all of this nonsense up in yourself. And then you are working with people. It's very, very, very bad facilitation, and you are hurting people and harming them. It's malpractice, abuse, girl. So that control, gaslighting, narcissistic stuff there, you need to look at your defense mechanisms. because those masks are running deep. And I get it, I understand it. Listen, I work as a psychic. I enter into therapy spaces with people because I work with people for many, many years in lots of different areas. And I've been to some deep, dark spaces that help me understand the human psyche and the human condition, which I'm so fucking glad for. Right? It helps me to do my work. It has become my gift because of those things. It can be very difficult when you see somebody in such a space that it becomes detrimental to your own well-being. You know, I attempted to have professional boundaries with this person and leave it at that. When this person came into my space, into my place, flew here, that's when you are overstepping my boundary. And I got right. I got right, Sten. Let me tell you, you crossed the boundary line. So I'm going to put the boundary line back. That's that. Like I will always say, if you want to work me, yeah, this is what you're going to get. Just know that, right? This is who and what you are going to get. So take it or leave it. If you don't like it, don't message. KyleTradeLove.com. If you want to give for these videos, you can PayPal at KyleTradeLove. Like I will always say, remember, all is good, all is God, all is love. Until we connect again soon in a